Hey y'all, who sang that song? The here we are face to face with the moment that can be erased. Sometimes we need each other. That's the song that I'm getting. I don't remember the name of the song. So if you know it, let me know. You know that feeling when you be trying to remember something and the more you try to remember it, the more that you forget? That is the feeling that I felt. And now I just got to let it go and keep it moving. So we're going to jump right into these channel messages. Taurus, all my bull gangs on this channel. What message is coming out for all my Tauruses? I'm hearing mutually beneficial relationship where you make a contractual agreement not to join forces for the reason of love, but for duty or obligation. An arranged marriage, an arranged living arrangement. I'm seeing here a negotiation, like coming to the table and having a grown folks conversation about home. The idea for some of you of coming home, the idea of a wedding, the idea of renewing vows. I'm getting this scenario, okay, where you and someone else feels like if you guys came together, you guys would make a great team, a very successful team. So it's going to be different for each and every single one of you, but it's like I want you to feel welcome in this community. I want you to feel welcome in this home. I want you to feel welcome in general. You can always come here. This place is for you. No third party or anyone else can ever come in between that. This is your sanctuary where you can feel safe. And we don't even have to make it about love. I do feel like someone isn't coming towards you with the intention of like romance and love. Okay? They're coming to you making a vow, making a commitment. And I'm hearing the ball is in your court, okay? Channel messages for Taurus Spirit. What you got for my bull gang? You got I see like two people sitting down at a mutual location. This could be out in public. The environment, it feels like it's somewhere in the community. We have lobster, financial pinch. Every time I see a lobster, this makes me think of, wasn't Mr. Crab a crab? Anyway, the first thing that came to my mind was, you have a problem, I have a solution. I have a problem, you have a solution. And I think we'll make a really great team. Now, the problem may not be you both. You and someone else may be very well off on your own. Time has proven that. However, if you are trying to play the game of life and you're trying to climb corporate ladders or you're trying to level up in a community sense, a lot of times there are benefits that comes with being married. There's tax credits. There's what else they got? There's certain loans that you can get. First time home buyers. There's tax breaks. Did I mention that? So, and when you have a business as well, you can pass down some of that inheritance to your offspring to set them up good. Let's see what else. I think you can also establish like your offspring as their own entity and, really allow them a strong foundation to start their life, where do you see yourself in the next 4 years, the next 10 years? What type of foundation? Forget you, forget this person. Do you guys have mutual long-term goals that supersedes any, romantic type of love? I just kept picking up on, like, when you get married, and it's not about assets, it's about alliances, okay? Allegiance, alliance, and connecting for these reasons. You can grow to love a person. I feel like one of the major deal breakers that someone wants to make you aware of is you don't ever have to worry about me not having what did that person say? You don't ever have to worry about me not having enough self-control or self-restraint not to step out on you or betray you in that way. So if one of your big betrayals or one of your big deal breakers is, third parties and people being involved in your love life that shouldn't be, and infiltrating it, this person wouldn't betray you like that. You don't have to worry about that type of situation. I'm hearing that's not me. Okay. Channel messages for Taurus. We're only getting started, y'all. It's time to start making decisions for your future and not just for love comes and goes. Sometimes you love each other, sometimes you don't. I feel like that's what your guides are trying to tell you. Take what resonates. I keep picking up on. Okay, so let me just tell you, I have to get my thoughts out because it's gonna like keep coming out, and I'm trying to stay on track, but it's just won't let me not say it. Something about what's his name, Mr. Crab, and this theory that Mr. Crab, why he was the only, I guess, crab in the sea is because he used all the crabs in the ocean to make his Krabby Patties. So that's a theory that may also reflect someone's character. As far as they're concerned, they will use every possible resource to make sure whatever business or whatever they have is successful. I don't know. That was so cringy a little bit, but I'm hearing not to worry about that. You don't have to worry about those details. I told you this is a ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. You have a problem, I have a solution. I have a problem, you have a solution. I think we would make a great match. I think we would make a great couple. So I feel like somebody wants to agree on even and odd days or something like that. Pay attention to your health. Where I'm only getting older, I'm not getting any younger. The reason for marriage once upon a time was to secure your assets so you don't become food to other bigger prey. And since you're already the bottom of the food chain, you can either establish yourself in a position where your business can thrive, your relationship, what you have, your part of the sea can thrive, even when you're gone. Or you could just be food and live off love alone. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. I'm also seeing here something about being able to offer protection, because I feel like they're predators prey on people that are, the predators are preying on people right now that are not spoken for. It's like free game, free fall. I'm hearing somebody wants to make something honest out of you. This sounds so bad when I'm saying it like this, y'all. And I already know Taurus energy. If there's one subject that I'm good at, it's the specialty of Taurus and the subject of love. And Taurus, let's just be real, your energy likes security. Your energy likes reliability, responsible, secure, reliable individuals that you don't have to blink twice about or wonder about. And because you like that grounded energy, you are definitely going to naturally, innately desire that in a partner. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Let's get 4 cards. What messages do you have for Taurus's finances, Spirit? All my broken promises. You shed enough tears and you've dealt with enough broken promises. So we have, you will be shown the way. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. I didn't really say bottom of the barrel. God. I'm hearing good guys finish last. Big guy. SpongeBob. Okay. A meeting with a stranger could be important. And then we have a two-faced friend. Be careful what you tell people during this time. Compliments from an admirer. Some of you guys have a friend that's aware about what's going on in your love life, and your guides are telling you to keep your mouth closed. Stuff up your mouth, Taurus. Stuff up your mouth. Someone will gossip about your secrets and your secret admirer. At work, whatever you do for work, you don't have to work with this person, but it seems like you will meet someone at work or through work. They will give you flowers, court you. I'm picking up courting energy. I'm picking up on someone that their parrot bird is here. You're being divinely guided to meet someone in regards to your career. Someone wants to personally meet you. I'm also seeing here the two-faced friend may be someone that meets you in a professional sense, but they secretly like you. You know what forces I think is influencing this? If you are single and you are trying to establish yourself in an industry, you have a big target on your back. I'm not saying that you won't be successful, but there's a cap or a ceiling that's placed over your finances because these forces only wants a certain energy vibration to be drawn to you magnetically. Now you may pull in bigger fish, you know what I'm saying, high vibrational and frequency energies. However, they have to seek you out, or you have to meet them personally directly, because when I worked for this company, we worked at a call center, right? What was like a call center, and they get calls from everywhere, but they can direct certain regions to you, right? And what I noticed is depending on what region you're in, they can also direct certain age groups and target markets directly to your phone or to whatever pod is working that region. And this is how you get constant, frequent, same phone calls from the same type of person or the same type of situation, because they're giving you an assignment, and the assignment is strategically for this. Now, that's what I'm kind of seeing here. It feels like when it comes to your finances, the algorithm is strategically designed to give you the bottom of the barrel. Okay, now the bottom of the barrel is this energy of lack, right? Nothing good is ever happening for me. So pay attention, especially for those of you that are content creators. If you feel like you are where you're attracting the type, you're not attracting it, it's being sent your way, because there's a cap here, right? So there's something about the frequency that is drawn to you will be targeted people that they feel like something is lacking in their life. They can't stand love. Nothing good is happening for them. Woe is me. Their goals are not coming out as planned. And so there's a need for that, right? So we're talking about supply and demand here. So when it comes to your career, your guides are confirming for you that, you're going to be working. This is the demand, and you will supply. You will be the supply for this demand. Now, with whatever you do for work, it's going to have patience. So your guides are telling you, be aware as well that just as you were shown the way, that's the same torch that's being passed down to you, or it's the same light that you're going to have to give hope to that vibration. Now, it maybe feel very difficult to do that, but I feel like that's what someone is going to admire. So here you are doing a job that nobody else wants to do. You understand? And because no one else wants to do this job or to do this work, it's like nobody wants to go and work at the waste plant. Nobody wants to go and be in the field. But people like you have no problem, because you understand that I used to be there once before. I know what it's like to be at rock bottom of some sort. And then I'm hearing depression can't hit a moving target. Okay, so something about activity, or you provide some type of workout plan, eating healthy, whatever. So either you saw someone doing their thing and you got a lot of respect for this, or someone saw you doing your thing and they got a lot of respect for you and they secretly admire you. And I think that's how love is showing up in your workplace. Okay. Now the forces and how that's connected spiritually is, I heard big guys, so that Ice Spice. So Ice Spice, you would pretty much have to do a lot of things, compromise a lot of your integrity to even make it in the society. Okay, there's a certain image, a certain narrative that's currently perpetuating right now, and that's the force that has the ruling force right now. And so either you're gonna do that, or they're giving you two options. Either you do that and you transform to fit the agenda, or you can continue doing whatever you feel like is purposeful. But if you want to go further, it seems like you have to marry into it. Gotta have some type of union. Because if it can happen for you, that will then make a believer out of a lot of people. That's what I'm picking up on. So it's something to do with credibility. I need to see that this shit works, right? How do you know it works? I need to see the fruits of that labor so I can believe again. All right, so messages for your love life. Honor and respect will come to you. Someone is leaving your life. So it does seem like there's a past energy that you have to walk away from. This is a sacrifice for you knowing your worth, okay? Knowing your worth, that you're royalty, okay? This is also guaranteed that you don't date down. So we have news on the way. You got some type of July. Someone's going to send you a message in July. Good luck. Affairs with your family. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Okay, so someone's coming to get the tea about an event in regards to what's going on with your family or what's going on in your household or your relationship. There's a strong desire for tea here. Tea? You want tea? All right, let's talk about you. You know you got self-sabotaging behavior tendencies, right? That's what all these cards are saying. So because you have self-sabotaging behavior tendencies, you're the type of person that when things get too confusing or things become too unpredictable, you have the type of pattern that will cut it off, get rid of it, bury it. Not really bury it, like cut it off, get rid of it. I don't want it. Especially if it starts to feel like more of a burden than it does. Like if it's not making sense to you, like you will avoid a disaster, even if it's a natural one. Even if spirits, what your guides are saying, even if it's a natural disaster, even if it's a good one, you still refuse to take a risk. Okay. And in some way, you deceive yourself by telling yourself that you are 10 steps ahead, and so you already know that someone's trying to manipulate you. And that's it. That does feel like anxiety, right? Trying to outsmart or outwit something. And love is confusing. Love in relationships is very confusing. So every time you hear messages of love, it seems like you revert back to your finances and say, I don't want to hear about love. I want to hear about finances. And so regardless of that, love keeps showing up in your finance readings. And every time you say, I don't want to hear about that, I want to hear about finances, the only messages that come with this bird flying is your finances are good. Your fortune is good. You'll see some update about that in July. But as of right now, I need you to focus on love. But you know that stubborn traits gets activated when someone tells you what they need you to do. And it's not me saying it. Your guides are saying it. This needs your undivided attention. And your response is like, well, what do you want me to do? It's time for you to choose a person. It's time for you to choose a person. Seriously. It's time for you to choose what you're going to do to get the ball rolling again. And to make sure that you're making your choice, that you're finally about to choose. It's like picking a wand. Choose your person. Who do you want to do the roller coaster ride with? Who do you want to do love and business with? Who do you want to, do you value security or do you value love? Do you value, responsibility or do you value reliability? Decisions, Taurus. Don't you love it? So we have the Witch, the Path in reverse. You're doing it again, Taurus. You're running. Then we have Predator, Survival, Tyranny. Sheesh. This is saying you would rather you would rather be in survival mode, on a self-love journey, in survival mode, committing to no one. If it means that you are avoiding a predator, avoiding someone that wants to control you and dictate to you and tell you what you can and can't do. It's like, I'd rather be single for the rest of my life. I'd rather do it on my own. I'd rather struggle. I'd rather cut everybody off. It's just like cutting your nose off in spite of your face and not even realizing that. The more you try to avoid a disaster, a tower moment, you secure your fate. You solidify your fate. When you know, based off of how you got where you are, anything that you've ever did, it came from you working it. With the Witch card here, you worked your magic. You got yourself out of the bottom. And now here you are, a light, and you don't want to be bothered. You don't have the patience for it, which is a reflection of how you don't have the patience for yourself. How you really feel about yourself. Now, I'm not here. I ain't trying to preach to nobody, okay? I'm just reading the energy. I don't got time. I don't got the time or the damn near the energy. I am not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just reading the energy. I'm just delivering a message. Don't come for me, because I ain't sent for y'all. And I'm saying that as a public service announcement to all Taurians. Do not come for me. We having hard conversations, and this is not even, I ain't even trying to do none of this shit. I didn't even want, Okay, moving right along. They pretty much telling you like you lying to yourself. And you're looking for every negative possible reason. Like, nope, I refuse. Nope. My health can't take it. Nope. And this is saying, it's like saying indirectly, you don't even realize that you're doing exactly what these negative forces want you to do. When you don't make a choice. This entire reading is about you making some type of choice. You got a choice to make, man. There are far worse fates than living a life where you deny your soul and what it came here to do. That's some real misery. You know how many people are miserable right now because they did not listen to their soul? Or hell, they didn't make a choice at all. And so they're roaming around aimlessly, seeking something that's right in front of them that they can't see. Waiting for the world to change, waiting for the tides to change. So you think you're outwitting the system by not marrying on some rebellion shit, just for you to be in a position where you have more play, more power on the board by you having alliances. Because as long as you can know your worth all day, but as long as you subject yourself to the survival frequency, this will be all you're able to attract. You may be like, well, I'm above this or I'm above that. Yeah, you are. But when your lifestyle doesn't reflect what you believe yourself to be, you can only attract the manifestation of what you really are. So it's something about going back to the drawing board. That's a spiritual message here. Go back to the drawing board and ask yourself some critical questions. How did you get out of your circumstances? What light bulb went off for you? And how can you offer a helping hand without control? Y'all know Taurus, y'all love, okay, I can come up with something, but I'll have a strict program. Save it. How can you, I heard girl hold my hand. How can you hold someone's hand while you tell them this? Seems like there's something you're gonna feel like you need to say, and it may contradict what you once believed. You may have never thought the day that you would say to yourself, this is like admitting, admit it. I'm in a financial pickle. I'm in a financial pinch. And I refuse to stress out and work hard another day in my life. So I am looking and seeking a suitor that will afford me the lifestyle that I want to live. That wasn't too hard coming out, was it? That wasn't too hard to live. That wasn't too hard to say. I feel like when you in this frequency anyway, it really, like, predators be like, those that are in survival mode be like, who the fuck do you think you are? Queen Sheba? Okay. The Queen of England? Like, this is like, who the fuck do you think you are? They would be repulsed by you, turned off by you. And I feel like you're just feeling yourself. And they don't want to boast your head up any further than it already is. And I feel like I told you, marrying for money. You don't want to be perceived as someone that's doing that. You don't. But this is a very serious chess play. Like, you don't want to be that guy, you don't want to be that girl, but at the end of the day, I mean, it would be nice to sprinkle some love in there, but I do feel like you can learn to love someone. But what you can't handle is someone that's going to betray you, or that's going to rip the rug from underneath you. And that's what people in survival energy will do. So we have screenshots, getting evidence, proof, facts. So right now people are trying to prove that you are really a witch. I knew it. And I told you there's that, boy, I've been watching you like a hawk in the sky. Who needs just one cock blocker when you got multiple people watching you? And it's the bottom of the barrel. Misery loving company. I'm also seeing here with the cock blocking energy. Yeah, there is some forces working beyond your control to make sure that you do not, you don't go beyond your station, your district, unless you got to have the application. You have to be qualified in some type of way to go to the next level. Threatening, Damn. Broke ass. Okay. Brokey. Oh, I'm tweaking in it. I'm tweaking in here. Anyway, so we have intimidated, threatened, bothered. And so I think the manifestation of anyone coming towards you is a little intimidated by the idea that you're trying to, if you try to leave this tax bracket, this level of success, without having the proper credentials to be, accepted amongst society in these rooms and spaces. And, imagine you get with someone and they naturally have the spiritual inheritance and they have everything that's required on paper in order to be a part of a society or whatever. Here you are trying to live outside of society, stay off the grid. But in order to really help people, you have to go onto the grid, correct? All right. So, in so many words, what this is saying is they're keeping a close watch on you, a very close watchful eye on you. And it's all energy because you do have the reptilian energy here. I'm like a bird, wanna fly away. And it's like, okay, in order to cash in on your good luck, your good fortune in this lottery ticket, you have to take on a partner. And they need to fit a certain criteria. That's the only way the crown will acknowledge you. That's the only way. So I need to know what team you're rooting for, what team you're rooting for, what God you worshiping, what reality you are subscribing to. And then you can move about the country until you have your papers or your visa. I can't let you pass go collect $200 on this Monopoly board. I just can't, because you don't run shit around here. You don't get to run. This is the reality. This is the guest room. This is what's what. And so I do feel like, to intimidate you, bully you, stalk you, there are people that they don't even know why. They want to know more about you, why they're curious about you, why they're so invested in your life. Seems like some forces are using this vibration to spiritually castrate you. That's the best way that I could describe it. I know, sucks, doesn't it? Okay, let's keep it moving. Thought I had some money. Money game, money game, money game. Gift in reverse. Instincts. Celebrate in reverse. Ooh, they sure know how to shoot a bird out the sky, don't they? Okay. There is a dimension, a reality that does not want you to time travel or portal jump or raise beyond your current level. Do not level up. So your gift, whatever talent you have, is not widely accepted. In society. And you are tapping into your instincts financially to push forward, but I do feel like you're swimming against the current rather than going with the current state of the world, the current events. You're trying to, there's clear and evident you're pushing a different narrative. You support something different, but that ain't the direction that you're supposed to be going towards. And if it is a direction that you are going towards with the cock blocker energy, like I said, it does feel like an agenda to derail you. Okay. And we'll celebrate in reverse. This is all trying to make sure that you don't accomplish something. That you stay broke. You stay in your reality. You stay in your status. You don't belong in certain rooms and spaces. Now, if you don't belong in certain rooms or spaces, then technically, according to society standards, now it makes sense why you would have to marry up to get out of, poverty, it looks like. Mm-hmm. And many of you, I feel like you don't mind. You don't mind. It's like, well, I don't really care to party with those people anyway. I don't really care to hang out with those people anyway. Fuck your industries. Fuck your this. I feel like that's the energy I'm tapping towards. Like, fuck all of that. I've moved by the beat of my own drum. Anyway, so it's like this hermit energy. But a part of your path is for you to come out of hermit energy and reacclimate into society. But I don't see you wanting to do that. I really don't. Now I'm walking on the path. I see a snake. A great big snake. So I'm hearing you aren't above the program, which is true. Y'all remember what Neo did in the Matrix when he finally realized that he wasn't above the program. He had a trust that whatever gift was activating, that he would be able to alchemize it. And so instead of running or chasing, he took both, the good, the bad, the ugly, and he made whatever he wanted out of it. So think of it like a video game. No matter who you choose, and this should really alleviate some type of burden about who you should or who you shouldn't, no matter who you choose, it will always be what you make it, because at the end of the day, you're the witch. Yeah, the business gonna be what you make it, or the romance gonna be what you make it, and the forces that are negative beyond your control, you could take that too and work it for yourself. Either way, you win. You grow. You have it your way. You live it your way. You do it your way. Let me ask you a question. We don't see nothing wrong with disputing things on our credit and removing certain derogatory remarks so we can get approved for certain homes, cars, etc. We don't see nothing wrong with that. We do whatever is necessary to get that done. But when it comes to the same qualification process of courting a person, finding a suitor, finding a suitor or being suited, courting or being courted, and making that business arrangement that allows for more grants and resources, But when it comes to that area, we single it out like it's unethical. But when it comes to finances and stuff like that, it is what it is. What if we took the same mentality or the same perspective that we take on our finances and applied it to our life? What would that reality look like? Because if you say, well, I'm just doing it so I could survive, I would just acknowledge it like I'm just doing it so I could survive. Technically, you can't really say that, because with the reptilian energy here, there are far worse fates than the one that you feel like you're getting. And so actually making those types of movements and making those types of choices separates you from the bottom of the barrel. You know? It do. Because you understand that marriage is business. It was never meant to be emotional. But to make you self-sabotage each other and situations. Making you chase a feeling or a fear. Fear of losing someone, fear of having someone, fear of being laughed at, fear of the bad days, and then vice versa. The fear of something being too good, the fear of something being temporary. It seals your fate. So at the end of the day, the hard question is, which one are you? My mama told me to pick. And you are what? Each person is going to come with their own. Nobody's perfect, but everyone is worthy because they exist. Damn. All right, Taurus, that's all the messages that I have for you. Until next time, love you. Bye.